Hello everyone, this is Rizwana Rathod and I had completed my MSc Nursing in Mental Health Nursing. Today we will learn about the Unit 7, that is mood disorder. We will see about the one disorder, that is mania, right? So emotion can be described as two main types. There are two types of emotion, right? So first one, that is mood, and second one, that is affect. So a sustained and pervasive emotional attitude which color the whole psychic life means mood is for longer period and for all the day. It is called emotional attitude and which colors our whole psychic life. And affect is a short-lived emotional response to an idea or an event. What people observe. Mood means un, mood means in our inside emotion, and affect means our outside emotion. You can see in the GIF of that the lady is crying, right? So mood and affect. Mood is the internal amplifier and affect is a speaker. Mood means inside emotion and affect means outside affect. So classification of mood disorder: manic disorder, bipolar affective disorder, depressive disorder, recurrent depressive disorder, persistent mood disorder, other mood disorder, and other unspecified mood disorder. There are many mood disorder, that is manic episode, bipolar affective disorder, depressive disorder, recurrent depressive disorder, persistent mood disorder, other mood disorder, and unspecified mood disorder. So firstly we will see the mania. So what is mania? The definition is here. It is one type of syndrome in which there are central features, right? So central features are overactivity, mood change, which may be toward the elation or irritability. Elation means extreme of joyness and happiness, and irritability means irritation, right? And self-important ideas means person is perceived that I am so much of importance. So mania is a one type of syndrome in which central features are overactivity. Overactivity means psychomotor activity is increased, activity of hand and leg are increased, then mood change, which may be toward elation or irritability. Elation means extreme of joyness and happiness, and self-important ideas. So lifetime risk of mania is about 0.8 to 1%. An episode, that is episode which is occur for the 3 to 4 months followed by the complete recovery. So etiology, what are the etiology? The structural hypothesis, neurotransmitter, psychodynamic theory, and genetically, or the all these are the etiologically important. So neurotransmitter and structural hypothesis. Manic episodes are related to excessive level of norepinephrine and dopamine, an imbalance between the cholinergic and noradrenergic system, and deficiency in serotonin. There are three main causes are responsible: increased level of norepinephrine and dopamine, imbalance between cholinergic and noradrenergic system, and deficiency in serotonin. So lesions are found in this population. Biologic findings suggest that lesions are more common in this population in areas of brain such as right hemisphere, bilateral, subcortical, and periventricular gray matter. Means lesions are found in these areas of the brain, that is right hemisphere, bilateral, subcortical, and periventricular gray matters. Then genetically, monozygotic twins have a higher rate of incidence than normal siblings and close relatives. Means monozygotic are getting the highest risk. Then siblings and close relatives have a higher incidence of manic depressive illness than a general population. Siblings and close relatives have a higher incidence than the general population. Then psychodynamic theory says that developmental theorists have hypothesized that faulty family dynamic during early life are responsible for manic behavior in the later life. Means faulty family means their parents are continuously fighting the in front of the son or daughter. So they are these are the causes which is responsible for developing the mania, that is faulty family dynamic. Then clinical features: elevated, expansive, or irritable mood. So there are 4 stages of mania: euphoria, elation, exaltation, and ecstasy. So euphoria in an increased sense of psychological well-being and happiness means uh, there is a increased psychological well-being and happiness. We can call it as hypomania stage 1. A feeling of confidence and enjoyment, increase in psychomotor activity. Mania stage 2. We can call it as mania stage 2. There is a increased confidence and enjoyment and also increase in psychomotor activities means activities of hand and leg is increased. Then exaltation. Exaltation means intense elation with the delusion of grandeur, means excessive elation. Elation means excessive joyness and happiness, and delusion of grandeur means the patient thinks that he or she is having an extra power or supernatural power. We can call it as severe mania stage 3. And ecstasy means intense sense of rapture or blissfulness, means extremely joyful. We can call it as stuporous mania stage 3. So you understand 4 stages: euphoria, elation, exaltation and ecstasy. In euphoria, an increased sense of psychological well-being and happiness. Elation, a feeling of confidence and enjoyment. Increase in psychomotor activity. Exaltation means intense elation with delusion of grandeur, and ecstasy means intense sense of rapture or blissfulness. Then psychomotor activity. There is an increased psychomotor activity ranging from overactiveness and restlessness to manic excitement. The person involved in the ceaseless activities. These activities are goal-oriented and based on the external environment cues. Means there is an increased psychomotor activity which is ranging from the overactiveness and restlessness, and the person is involved in ceaseless activities. Then the activities are goal-oriented and based on the external environmental cues. Then speech and thought. That is first one, flight of ideas. Thoughts racing in mind, rapid shift from one topic to another. Then pressure of speech. Speech is forceful, strong and difficult to interrupt. We can't interrupt the speech. Uses playful language with tuning, rhyming, joking, teasing and speaks loudly. Means the person uses playful language, tuning, rhyming, joking, teasing and speaks loudly. Then clench association. These are ideas that are related only by one similar rhyming sound rather than actual meaning. Then delusion of grandeur means person thought that fixed false belief that she or he is having supernatural power. Delusion of persecution means someone is cheated on me, and also destructibility. Then we can see the other features, that is talking rapidly, highly distractible, feeling unusually optimistic or extremely irritable, sleeping very little, acting recklessly and impulsively. Means increased sociabilities. Then impulsive behavior, disinhibition, hypersexual and promiscuous behavior. Then poor judgment, high risk activities mean buying sprees, reckless driving, foolish business investment, distributing money or article to unknown person, dressed up in gaudy and flamboyant clothes. Then decreased need for sleep, less than 3 hours, decreased food intake due to overactivity, then decreased attention and concentration, poor judgment and absent insight. Then symptom of hypomania. Hypomania is a lesser degree of mania. There is a persistent mild elevation of mood and increased sense of psychological well-being and happiness, not in keeping with ongoing event. Then in some cases, irritability, conceit and boorish behavior also occur. Then concentration and attention may be impaired, thus diminishing the ability to settle down to work or relaxation and leisure, but this may not prevent the appearance of interest and quite new ventures and activity. In fact, the ability to function become better in hypomania. There is a marked increase in productivity and creativity. Then diagnosis. Young mania rating scale based on the ICD-10 classification, which is given by the World Health Organization and based on the sign and symptom. Then treatment modalities, pharmacotherapies, lithium 900 to 2100 mg per day, carbamazepine 600 to 800 mg per day, sodium valproate 600 to 2600 mg per day, and lamotrigine 25 to 200 mg per day. Then electroconvulsive therapy can be given if the patient is not responding to the antipsychotic drug. Electroconvulsive therapy, it is given if the patient is not responding to antipsychotic and lithium. Then psychosocial treatment, that is family therapy and marital therapy. Family and marital therapy is used to decrease intrafamiliar and interpersonal difficulties and to reduce and modify stressors. The main purpose is to ensure continuity of treatment and adequate drug compliance. So, hope so you all are understand. Thank you everyone.